I thought I was up, George.
All right, folks. The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, thanks, Bob. That's kind of you.
Hey, George.
Hi, Cam.
How you doing? Welcome back.
I'm pretty good right now. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Well, I have a question more for the legend than the myth. So how has your practice gone the last couple of weeks, and what are you expecting out of Saturday's game?
Practice has gone great. Feeling really good. Excited to be back on the field. You know, I've missed football. Sitting out for 6 weeks is not very fun. And I'm expecting to play football on Saturday. You know, I mean, I'm just going to go out there and play the game to the best of my ability, as many plays they let me play, and we'll go from there.
George, did you and Coach Shanahan have a conversation about, you know, whether to play, whether to risk it in the final 2 games of the season? And what's your standpoint on that as far as just as your role as a leader on this team?
He asked me if I wanted to play, and I said, hell yes. And he said, sounds good. That was our conversation. Oh,
George, sorry. I just wondering what your thoughts are of playing with CJ in this game. You know, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent in March. Just your thoughts about playing again with your college teammate.
I mean, it's really exciting. You know, I haven't played with CJ since last year. This is our 9th year on the same team together in a row, which is pretty cool and special. You know, he's one of my best friends, and just looking forward to share the field with him again, because I know he's really excited. You know, all he's done is just wait for an opportunity to play, and he's finally getting that opportunity. I know how excited he is, and I know he's very motivated and inspired to play. And you're going to see a side of CJ that I think, you know, I expect to see every single time I see him take the field, and I think he's going to have a lot of fun out there.
Hey, George. John Lynch said this morning that you've been referring to yourself as the MVP of the scout team.
Yeah.
Where does that rank on your career accolades?
Well, I got in about, you know, like 15 scout reps last week. Yeah, but I'm, you know, I scored a touchdown on Richard Sherman last week in a walkthrough practice. I felt really good about that one. I didn't get scout team player of the week. I didn't get a jersey, so I'm pretty sad about that. But yeah, I'd say it's top 5 in anything I've done athletically in my entire life. It's still something, you know, like Dan Helm has like 12 practice squad of the week players, and, you know, that's how many jerseys he has, and I don't have one. So I guess it's still a goal for me. Hopefully I can accomplish that by the end of my career.
Hey, George, John Lynch also said that you were actually medically cleared last week, and you could have played against the Cowboys, but, you know, they're being cautious. What was your input when they were making that decision?
I don't think I really had an input. It was just kind of, hey, you're not playing this week. Just continue to practice, get as many reps as you can, feel it out. You know, the tough thing about when you break a foot during COVID is you can't really condition inside. You can't use cardio equipment. And so the only condition I could physically do was running, and I couldn't run until about a couple weeks ago. And so it's, I was a little out of shape. I probably still am, but you're going to see a lot of effort out of me out there, and it's going to be pretty fun.
I was just going to ask how you did stay in shape. So what was your conditioning plan like once you could run these last few weeks?
Well, really the only way you can get in shape to play football is to actually play football. Like, as much as you practice, as many gassers as you want to run, 300s, whatever it is, you're really not in shape until you actually play the game. So probably going to use the oxygen a lot on the sideline. So don't judge me for that, guys. But I'm really excited about that because I think I look really cool and I use it. But, you know, just trying to run scout team reps, as many reps as you can get, and a little running in between. But just like I said, it's not really a way to get in shape for football unless you're actually playing.
Hey, George.
Well, hello.
Hello. What's the most market difference you've seen from CJ?
Say it again.
Did we lose you? We lost a video.
The video.
Bob unplugged it.
You know, if fair is fair, you can
the computer so that he can hear you better.
1 second. Technical difficulties.
Start video. There we go.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. What's the most market difference you've seen, and it's out again, you've seen in CJ this whole time since you've been with the 49ers?
The biggest difference that I've seen in him?
Just the biggest point of growth that you've seen from him. I know he's been through a lot this year. What do you see from him in the last couple weeks, especially?
The great thing about CJ is, he's probably like the most stubborn person I've ever been around my entire life. But that also goes to show how consistent he is on a daily basis. It doesn't matter if he's the starter, if he's second string or third string. He comes to work every single day, whether he's, throwing the ball for the scout team or he's giving looks, or if he's the starter, throwing to me and, other starters, he just looks the same every single day. He looks great. Like I said, I'm just excited to see him back out there because he's got a lot of confidence. I know he's very motivated to play, and he's excited to go out there and try to lead this team to some wins.
George, considering that the team is out of the playoff chase with 2 games to go, rather than ask what the mood is right now about the next 2 games, what is it like among the players about looking ahead to 2021? Do you guys have that sense of I don't know. How do you look towards that?
I look at that. I'm playing the Cardinals this week, Cam. I get 2 more opportunities to play football this year. I think we have a game in January 3rd or something like that, but I only have 2 more opportunities left this year. And then I'll look at next year when I get there. I don't even know what the schedule is yet. So I'm just going to try to play football to the best of my ability. And I know that if we beat the Cardinals, it kind of, puts a little pressure on them to make the playoffs. So, hey, let's have some fun while we're at it, and make someone else's life a little bit more difficult.
Hey, George, there was talk about the revenge tour, and, it looked like this team, as it was constructed, had a chance to, get back to the Super Bowl. Obviously, a lot has gone into what's happened. But if someone had, said before the season you guys were going to be 5-9, I mean, could you have even imagine such a scenario?
5-9, watching the last 6 games from a booth while in Arizona. Nah, I don't think I would have believed you guys. I would have said you're pulling my leg. That's how football is, though. You got ups and downs. That's why it's it's the best sport. You have the highest of highs, you have the lowest of lows, and you just got to get through it. And that's what you do as a football team. And I think I thought I read a stat somewhere that we have like 30 free agents on our roster than we did at the start of the season or something like that. You do what you can with what you got. And I think, week in and week out, we have guys that, play their hearts out, and, we're not getting all the wins that we want to get, but, we have a lot of guys, a lot of leaders, captains that aren't playing right now. And that's really hard for us. And so, I'm proud of the team and proud of the fight that we have. And I'm just excited that I get 2 more opportunities to play football because, we got 2 more games left and this team's going to look pretty different next year. And, I'm excited for that, but I'm also excited to play these 2 games. And like I said, give some teams some fits. It's going to be pretty fun.
Hey, George, you're obviously going to be around for a while. Your contract situation took care of that, but you have a lot of teammates who aren't going to be around necessarily, that they have some decisions to make. In your role as a leader, have you talked to any of those guys and tried to kind of pitch why it would be good decisions for some of your teammates to return to the 49ers if the the numbers and everything else line up?
Oh, I think, the free agents guys, like I said, I'm just trying to play football this Saturday, and, I try not to look too much to the future. I think guys understand that, and, there've definitely been conversations, but I think the guys that are here understand the type of organization that we have, from the top down, the care and the love everyone has for each other. So, this is a top-notch organization. I don't know. That's why I signed an extra 5-year deal to stay here, for a reason. It's the people in the building. And I think everybody here understands that. And yeah, we didn't have the year we wanted to have, but we got a lot of pieces coming back. And I still, one of my favorite things I get to say is I get Nick Bosa next year. And it's just really fun for me to say because he's one of my favorite football players I ever get to watch. So I know he's excited to get back, and I'm just going to put my chips in on that. When Nick Bosa is healthy, we're going to be just fine.
George, in what ways has in what ways has Richard Sherman sort of made an impression on you as a professional and as somebody that you've gotten to know inside the locker in the last couple of years?
Chris, I think that should have been a podcast question because I think I could talk on that for about 30 minutes. I don't think I'll do Sherman I think I'll do him a disservice by just giving you, a 30-second answer. But, Richard Sherman is one of a kind. He really is, just from the start of his career until whatever it is now. And I think Sherman's a guy that could continue to play on for as long as he really wants to. But from a professional standpoint, I mean, he's a guy that you see his consistency, you see his love for the game, you see how he's trying to be better than someone every single day. And then one of my favorite quotes that you guys got out of him was, you got to learn something new every single day. And it doesn't matter if it's from a coach, from a scout, from a practice squad player, from, another opponent. You learn something new every single day. And that's what's so great about football. And, when I saw that quote and, he's said that before, I mean, if you don't listen when Richard Sherman's talking, you're doing something wrong. And, everything he says has a point to it. He doesn't just talk the talk. And I know a lot of people think he's, I guess he does talk a lot, but I feel like he always gets to a point. It's, usually, and it's just fun to hear him, really just over the course of the last 3 years, to be a part, in an offense in a team with him. And, whatever happens with, Sherm, I know he's going to go on and do whatever he can do. And, I hope it's here. We'll see what happens, but, that's not my job, but I'm going to continue just to try to learn from Sherm, until I can anymore.
Hey, George, after everything that's gone on hello. I know you said you miss football, and after everything that's, gone on this season, how much is it going to mean to you to at least be able to close out the season playing and hopefully somewhat on a high note?
Oh, I mean, that's where I'm coming back, because I have a very sour taste in my mouth. I hate losing football games, and I hate it when I don't perform at a high level. And so, ending on an injury is not very fun. And I know that for anybody that could say that's missed games. And so the fact that I get 2 opportunities, especially against division opponents, and let them know that I'm still here and I will be for multiple years to come. I'm really excited about that, to get this chance to play the next 2 weeks.
Do a couple more, please.
Well, when Cheese isn't here, I get to go for a long time. This is pretty fun. Thanks, Bob.
Well, you haven't been out there.
I know, we're making up for lost time. Eric, man, you put your hand down, dog. Grant, you got any questions? You just gonna, do this, dog.
George, you mentioned
George,
you mentioned how sitting out for 6 weeks sucks. Could you just kind of describe the emotions on game day, just as you're watching the team from afar, knowing that you can't help? How could that, and how that could possibly potentially drive you in the future?
We'll come back to Kyle. Let's go to somebody else. We've got some Wi-Fi issues. All right, pick somebody else.
Who's picking?
Hey, George.
Hi, Jennifer.
Peter.
Hello. You had a kind of casual bet with Jimmy Garoppolo at the beginning of both of your injuries, saying whoever makes it back first wins.
I win.
Clearly. Did you have anything on the line at all, or was that just kind of a fun thing? And then also, have you talked to Nick Bosa? You seem like, Salah said, he gave us an update yesterday that he's in good spirits, but have you spoken to him?
My bet with Jimmy is just I got to talk trash to him now, even more than I already do. QBs need a little bit, they get a harsh time, from the media, and people on Twitter and all. But if I can just make Jimmy stay a little harder once in a while, I'll take it. I'll jump at that opportunity. Bosa's doing great. I talk to him every once in a while, a little bit today, and I know he's excited. He's living in LA with his brother, which is pretty fun. I know he's thoroughly enjoying that. And, but I know all he's excited to do is just get back on the football field. And like I said, he's one of my favorite football players I've ever seen play. So I'm pretty excited for that as well. Grant!
Turn on your audio.
You're muted, Grant. Come on, man. We've been in Zoom for 9 months, and you're still, what do we? It's so brutal, dog. No. Grant, can you text, can you type a question?
All right, go to Branch.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah, sorry, I can't follow that up. I feel like you almost don't want me to ask me. You don't want me to ask you a question. But what you said about Bosa, I realize maybe that's, he's going to be back next year and you're going to be fine. Maybe somewhat exaggerating his importance, but when he went down in week 2, I mean, was that a real body blow? I mean, obviously you don't think, oh crap, the season's over, but did you know that was going to be a significant loss and, kind of change the complexion of the team, at least in some ways?
Eric, come on. Do I have to actually answer that? It's Nick Bosa. He's our second overall pick, one of the best players in the NFL. Yes, it affected our team. You do your best to replace guys. You have guys step up, but he's a superstar. He really is. I mean, he was a Pro Bowl in his first year. In my opinion, should have been All Pro, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he's a hell of a football player. It's hard to replace guys like that. He's one of a kind. And so, he might not be the most vocal guy, but talking about a guy that does everything right from start to finish, whether it's his warm-up, whether it's his workouts, whether it's his off-season, everything he does is top-notch. And so when you have a guy like that, guys follow that. Like I said, he's a leader by example. He does that very, very well. And so when that just is all of a sudden gone, from the facility, yeah, it's a body blow. And I think that we did actually a pretty damn good job of, surviving that because, our defense, without one, in my opinion, other than Fred Warner, we have plenty of great players on that team, but Nick Bosa is still the second best player in the NFL, in my opinion. And when you lose a guy like that, hey, yeah, it's very hard. So like I said, very excited to get him back because I know that he's just chomping at the bit.
All right, Grant texted us his question. I don't know if you can read
Has
that.
anyone urged you to not play in these next 2 games? Your wife, your mother, your agent? Actually, Grant, the only person that's, asked me to not is actually you, because I think you said I should only practice my little heart out. But I'm going to play it out, just for you, Grant. I can't wait. I will say this, watching from a box the last 6 weeks, Twitter is pretty entertaining. You do a great job on there, man. You like to stir the pot. It's really fun to see. But I definitely feel like I will be going out there and I'll be playing that as hard as I possibly can, and I hope you enjoy it.
All right. What better note to end on than that?
Oh, well, other than that, I do have something to say. Pro Bowl wise, I know that I didn't get a go this year, but this is something that I've been just holding my tongue on, but a little bit on social media. I just want to say, first off, congratulations to everyone that made it. It is deserved, everyone that went there, and I'm happy for everyone that went, but I just can't not say that the fact that Robert Tonyan, who has 10 touchdowns and 550 yards, doesn't get to make it to the Pro Bowl on the best team in the NFC is completely outrageous. And I hope they figure out a way to fix that, whether it's just adding another tight end or something. That's outrageous. I'm super fired up about that. And also for my guy, Defoe Buckner, I don't know what happened over there, but that's absolutely outrageous as well. And they should figure out a way to fix that, because if you just compare the stats to the, people that he didn't get in against, I think Defoe's been snubbed 3 times now. He should be a 4-time Pro Bowler, and I'm just flabbergasted at that. I've been waiting to use that word actually, and I could go on a pretty big rant and I could use some swear words, but hey, the fact that those 2 guys couldn't get in it is absolutely insane, and whoever's in charge of that should probably fix it. And that's all I have to say. Merry Christmas, everybody. He's back, baby! Woo!
Make sure you subscribe.